Before Venus existed, they were just the Ruin virus, a piece of code that the creator sent out to infect as many animatronics as possible. But over the months, the code got more complex. More than just a virus, it was slowly gaining a consciousness. So he decided to give the virus its own body, and that's how Venus was created. For a couple years, Venus lived in what, at the time, they thought was paradise. Everyone was so happy. They got to play their favorite games, and sure, they were getting hit and locked away for the slightest mistake, where their brother was being treated like a fucking prince. But that's just how fathers treated their children. But the thing that made it a true paradise to Venus was their favorite infected, Ruin, or at the time, what Venus called him, Clipsy. They played so many games together, had so much fun, and Venus never wanted it to end. But one day, Ruin didn't come to their meeting spot. Venus waited for hours, but Ruin just disappeared. Venus waited for weeks, convinced it was just a game, but Ruin never came back, so Venus decided to look for him themselves. They took their father's portal to the last dimension. Ruin's dimensional signature was and got spat out in the middle of the forest. Venus looked for weeks and eventually got to that dimension's Pizzaplex. They wandered in the Pizzaplex for a couple hours until they got to the daycare. They wandered past the daycare and into the theater area, where they got spotted by a British animatronic named Cyrus. Cyrus took one look at Venus, decided they were way too traumatized for their own good, and decided to adopt them. Venus did eventually find Ruin, but after realizing that Ruin was scared of them, so Venus and Ruin decided to rebuild their friendship. It may have been rocky at first, but Venus was happy. They finally had a father that wouldn't beat them or hurt them for the slightest mistake, and they felt like they could just finally be themselves. Just Venus.